Welcome back, Beaver Nation, to yet another episode of the Beaver Sports Show. Coming up, the men's basketball team was on the road this past weekend to take on the Oregon Ducks in yet another civil war. Also later on, I sit down with senior guard Calvin Haynes.
And the women's basketball team had a great second half as they came back to beat rival Oregon. And the baseball team traveled to Fresno, California to take on the Bulldogs as they faced Gonzaga and Fresno State in their season opening series.
Alongside me, as always, is Boone Kruger, and I'm Rick STELLA. The men's basketball team took on the rival Oregon Ducks this past weekend at the new Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene. Hoping to rebound from a 3-game losing streak, the team was trying to avoid being swept by the Ducks on the season. I had the opportunity to see this new court in action Saturday.
The one thing I'll say about this game is that, or this game, the global game of basketball, is that you cannot win this game without being able to make shots. Cannot. And we couldn't make shots, and they did.
The Beavers traveled the 45 miles south this past Saturday to take on the University of Oregon Ducks in what is the most played rivalry in college basketball. It marked the first time the Beavers had played at the new Matthew Knight Arena, and it may have been one of the reasons for the Beavers' poor play. Looking to start the game off strong, the Beavers held a small 4-point lead 5 minutes into the first half, only to go cold and allow the Ducks to go on a 21-4 run behind some incredible 3-point shooting from the Ducks. Turnovers played a key role in why the Beavers found themselves in an early hole as they headed into the locker room down 42-29 at the half. The second half started out looking good for the Beavers as they got to as close as 8 points twice before the Ducks again began raining in 3 after 3. J.R. Stobridge shot 6 of 9 from 3-point land and ended with a game-high 26 points. LATHEN Wallace, who put in 17 of his own, was one of the few bright spots for the Beavers, began making threes late in the second half. But it proved to be too little too late as the Ducks cruised to an 82-63 victory. Coach Brett Robinson reflects on the Beavers' woes and the Ducks' high-caliber play after the game.
You know, I don't want to take away from, I mean, they shot the ball really well, and I mean, let's say we played defense better than we did today. If they shot 50% today, they probably would have shot 40%. You know what I mean? We would have been able to stop a couple of those, but I don't want to take anything away from those guys. They were very well prepared, and they made shots when they had to make shots. I mean, they were big, it was big time, certain points on the clock. It was just, it was a good job. Oh, we still have games to play. And then the great thing about our conference is we have a conference tournament. So, you know, the light bulb could come on. I'm hoping it does, but we have to do some soul searching and see, you know, exactly what we want to do with the rest of the season. And it's going to be good to be home.
Both Roberto Nelson and LATHEN Wallace comment on what's going on with the team during this 4-game losing streak.
I mean, we're up and down right now. I mean, right now we lost a couple games in a row. I mean, it's tough, but we got to stay strong. We got like 4 or 5 more games left.
I mean, sometimes some things are out of our control. I mean, we're out there playing hard. Our guys are hustling, but they're just making shots. We got to give them all the credit in the world. We're kind of on a roller coaster right now. We're trying to find our way back up, and I just think we're just little things we need to change and try to switch things around a little bit, and we'll be back to the top.
Well, Rick, it seems like every week we're on the